Cam Ward is the best quarterback in this draft class, and to me, it's not even close. An elite processor with an incredibly quick release and the ability to maneuver through the pocket with ease, ice in his veins, and the ability to throw from a variety of arm angles. There are so many strengths to his game. But he is a little bit lazy, and there are definitely some accuracy issues when throwing to the outside. If you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing. But let's take a little bit of a deep dive into who I consider to be the best rookie quarterback in 2025. The main thing you notice when you scout Cam Ward is the fact that he never gets rattled in the pocket. And I think a huge part of this is due to his pocket mobility. Remember, staying in a clean pocket is not just the O-line keeping you protected, but being able to recognize where the spots in the pocket you have to move to are to be able to stay clean. And I think Ward is really good at this. When the pocket is then clean and he feels he has time, he is incredibly accurate at all three levels. Now, as I said at the start of the video, he can struggle making the ball out to the boundary, but definitely when he's throwing in the short and intermediate game, he is an incredibly accurate quarterback. The other thing is I think he has really good velocity on the ball, and I think he knows how to throw with touch. So being able to throw in a variety of ways is a really strong factor to him. I don't think he has an elite level arm, but it's definitely strong enough to play in the NFL and to throw to all three levels of the field. This is also helped by having an incredibly quick release. I think he can throw from a variety of arm angles, but I think the main thing is he gets a huge amount of snap and whip on his passes that means that they're able to come off incredibly quickly. And I think this helps him play under pressure because he knows he can get the ball off very, very quickly and straight into the arms of a receiver. The other thing is that I think he's quite mobile, and that's definitely, obviously, we see in the pocket, but I think he can create plays with his legs. He had about 300 rushing yards in this season just gone, and I think it's more about creating plays when he needs to, but he is more than willing to stay in the pocket to try and make a play with his arms first. The other thing is the intangibles, and this is something that you can't quite get from scouting, but when you see the way that he's able to drive down the field in high pressure moments, this is a quarterback with true ice in his veins. And I think that's something that NFL teams at the combine, when they interview him, are going to fall in love with. As I said previously, the main issue I see with him, or one of the main issues, is struggling with inaccuracy at the boundary. There were a couple of times that I saw him just sail a ball way over a player's head, and I think it's him trying to adjust for the lack of arm strength. Not say it's not strong, but it's not elite level, and I think he has a tendency to overthrow the ball. Now, I'm sure this is something that can be adjusted when he gets to the NFL, but it's definitely something I saw a few too many times on tape for my liking. The other thing is laziness with his footwork. Now, even in the clips at the beginning of this video, you'll have seen him throwing on his back foot or taking a few too many steps to step into the pass. I think this is someone who knows that he has the snap with his release to be able to get the ball out with velocity, and it's also someone who knows that he can move around in the pocket. But there are so many plays that you just see him walking around behind the line of scrimmage, and I think this is something he's going to need to fix when he gets to the NFL. Just being lazy for that extra half second and not setting your feet properly is going to lead to getting sacked. And given that he also had 31 fumbles through his 5 years in college, this is going to be an issue for him. He has a tendency to hold onto the ball slightly too long because he wants to play hero ball and he wants to make something happen. When you get to the NFL, you need to be able to just throw it away if that something isn't happening. We saw that with Caleb Williams this last year. The amount of time that you get in college to make a play is not going to be the same amount of time that you get in the league, and you are just going to get hit over and over again if you keep trying to dance around the line trying to make something happen. So he needs to play with a little more urgency and reset his feet the moment he's moved around in the pocket. The other thing is that we haven't seen him play under too much pressure. We know that he's great maneuvering in the pocket, so I think this should be a strength of his, but we just haven't seen it. So it is a little bit of a concern for how he deals with the amount of pressure he's going to get when he gets to the NFL. My playstyle comparison for Cam Ward is Jordan Love. Now, Jordan Love does have a stronger arm, but in terms of that mobility behind the line of scrimmage and that tendency to play hero ball, this is someone who's going to make some huge plays for you. And 9 times out of 10, they're going to come off. The one time they don't is going to be a sack for a fumble or an interception. But it's someone for whom you're willing to take the risk just because of the upside that they bring. So I think there's a lot of similarities between these two quarterbacks. That quick release, that ability to make plays when you don't think one is going to happen, and potentially the turnover downside as well. In terms of projected draft value, you know with Cam Ward, he's going to go in the top 3 picks. There's no world in which he makes it past the Giants, and he's going to potentially be someone that a team trades up to take. Although the current rumors are that the Browns are interested in him at the 102. Then, in terms of projected rookie draft value, in one quarterback leagues, potentially at the back of the first. To be honest, I take him a little bit later just because you want huge upside quarterbacks in one quarterback leagues. But if you need someone, you can take him around the 110. In Superflex leagues, this is going to be a conversation. I'd currently take him at the 103 as my QB1, just because I think Ashton Genty and Ted McMillan are both the real generational talents and elite level upside. But if you're quarterback needy, and if you saw the Bijan Robinson draft, where now CJ Stroud is worth more than him, and at varying times Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson have been worth more than him, you might consider taking a quarterback over a running back, even if that running back is considered one of the best prospects that we have ever seen. Is Ward your quarterback 1 in this class? If not, who is? Tell me why down below in the comments. Please consider liking and subscribing to my channel and checking out all of the other rookie profile content that I've got available. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.